Hello soulmates, welcome once again. So today's tutorial is about the wrap dress you saw on the thumbnail, a quick one. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is this. To leave this our drafting, our pattern paper, right? We're going to be drafting the front here. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is to divide the waist you're working with by 4. I'm working with waist 43. Divided by 4 is giving me 10.5. So the first thing to do is to place, this is a plus size client, so we are going to place 10.75 here. Then we'll connect all the points. This is the first step. Okay. So this is going to be for the overlay. You know, a wrap dress will cross each other like this. So this is going to be the parts that will cross each other. And it's, how did I get this space? I said the waist you're working with divided by 4. So after which, I'll shift my pattern paper like this. Every drafting, the drafting we are going to do will start after this line. But at the end of the day, this is going to be the part of the cloth. Let's see what I mean. To start with, I'm going to put our shoulder allowance here. Zero 0.5. 0.5. I'll make a connection. So this is our shoulder. Okay, so we are placing all our vertical measurements now. The bust point we are working with is 13 inches. The waist is 18. The half length is 20 plus half inch joining allowance, 20.5. I'll repeat the same thing here. 13, 18, 20.5. I'll connect. So this is the shoulder line. This is the bust point. This is the under bust. This is the half length. Okay. So the next thing we are going to place here is our bust. Bust of 48 divided by 4. 48 divided by 4 is 12 inches. So I'll place 12 inches. The round under bust is 41 divided by 4 is 10.25. The waist is 43 divided by 4, 10.75. So this is what we have. Okay, are we seeing that? Coming over to the shoulder. Shoulder is 9 inches. The shoulder we are working with is 9 inches. So this is the accurate shoulder. Like you can see on the screen now, the shoulder part is ruffled, meaning the accurate shoulder was not used. Now at this point, you're going to determine how much you want it to be ruffled at the shoulder. Okay, when you gather it, you are going to increase this shoulder. We are not going to work with this accurate shoulder. You can decide to use 8. You can decide to double the shoulder, which is 9 into 2, 9. It's totally dependent on you. Okay, and if you are going to, let's make use of 9. I will extend this line. So we are going to double the shoulder. Then which is 9 inches. So we are making use of 18, the shoulder of 18. Okay, so we are going to create our armhole. Before we do that, we are going to be sloping the shoulder. To slope the shoulder, we'll place our neck width of 3 inches. Okay, then here at this 18, we are going to come down by, is totally dependent on you. Okay, you can come down by 1.5, 2 inches. It's more like you're making a boo-boo that is sleeved together. Okay, so here I'm going to come down by 2 inches. Here, this is 2 inches, and from the 2 inches I'll connect it back to the neck width. Can you see what we are having? Okay, so the next thing we are going to put is to put 1/2 inch joining allowance, shoulder allowance here. 1/2 inch shoulder allowance. So this is the shoulder line. This is our 18. This is our 18 here. Okay, so from this point I'll measure the armhole. Ideally the armhole we are working with is 9 inches, but because it doesn't have a sleeve, I'll do 8.5, so that the armpit area won't be too open, too revealing. So I'm doing 8.5. The exact thing we have here is 18. I'll measure 18 here. Then I'll connect. Please ignore this line. So this is more like the way you draft your boo-boo gown, your boo-boos, but the difference is that this is armless, it's sleeveless. Okay, at the end of the day, this extra line we added here is going to be runched, and it will return back to the original shoulder. Hope we understand. So in this case, when we get to this point, what we are going to do is to add our allowance, 2 inches, 2 inches allowance. Then we'll connect. This is both ease allowance and sewing allowance. Okay, after which, watch what I'll do. We are going to carefully connect it like so. Are you seeing what we have? I don't know if you understand the picture I'm trying to paint here. I said at the end of the day, here will be ruffled. This whole extra line will be ruffled and returned back to the normal shoulder. Okay, so this is what we'll have. This is what we are having at this point. I believe it's clear. Okay, so back to the neck. We are now going to shift our bottom paper backward. You remember how we left this space? Our waist divided by 4. Our waist divided by 4. That is this space. Is a wrap dress. A wrap dress with half cut. Okay, that is why we left this space. So the next thing we are going to do now is to adjust our neck width. We had 3 here earlier, but we are not going to work with 3. We are going to work with 4 because it's a plus size client. 3 will not sit well on her neck. So this is 4. Okay, this is 4. Remember, these lines, we are going to extend it. This is our bust point of 13, our waist of 18, half length of 20 plus half inch joining allowance. We are going to make an extension. Oh, sorry, I went and started from here. Let's remove this. All the lines will have this other side. We are going to extend it. 13, 18, 20.5. So let's make an extension. Okay, so now we are going to connect from here. Can you see? Okay, this is the waistline. We are going to connect from here to this, our neck width of 4 inches. I don't know if you understand. We are going to connect from here to here, but before then we are going to determine the breaking points. Where will it pass from? I don't want it anything higher than 10 inches. That's like 3 inches above the bust point. 2 inches is okay if the person has smaller breasts. I don't know if we understand. So it's more like you're connecting. Let me use a dotted line to explain. Then this is the shape I want it to have. This is the breaking point. See, this is important. The breaking point is important. If I should have allowed this line to pass from here and continue here, it means her breast will be exposed. The lower the breaking point, the more exposed the cleavage is going to be. Okay, did you get the point? The lower the breaking point, the more exposed the cleavage is going to be. So soulmate, this is how to draft a wrap dress, a sleeveless wrap dress for a plus size. This is looking all funny, right? The most difficult people to make outfit for are plus size people that are plus sized. Let me cut so that you will understand better. Imagine using one full pattern paper to draft just the front bodies for one person. Huh? That's why you have to charge plus clients higher than people that has a smaller body. The stress in drafting it and the consumption rates is different. Can you see it? So it's going to be 2. The second one will come this way. Don't worry, when I cut it out on the pattern, on the fabric, I will show us. I'm going to take us through all of the process. Please, guys, come on. Please, please, please. Give the video a thumbs up. You have to subscribe to this channel like I'm trying now. Do your part. Soulmate. For the down part of the outfit, this is how we are going to do it. So the full length of the outfit we are making is 45. Minus 20 inches of the half length, we have 25 left. Like you can see on the screen, this down part has 2 layers, the shorter one and the longer one. So we'll have 25. We're going to find a way to divide this 25. Okay, the shorter one is going to be 8 inches. Okay, the shorter one here is going to be 8 inches. I'll leave 1.5 for folding, for hemming, right? Okay, I will leave 1 inch for hemming here. There should be ½ inch for joining them. Okay, 1 inch again. it should be 1 inch because it's on top. Can you see it? I will attach the picture on the screen. 1 inch to hem, 1 inch for here, that's the serging allowance, and for placing it on top of this one, which means 8 inches, right? 8, I had 8 plus 1, 9 plus another 1, that is 10. Okay, now from the 25, if we minus 8, it's 17 we are having, and for that 17 we need half an inch here, that this one be sewn on top of it, and half an inch here to join the upper part, meaning to the 17 we are going to add 1, and it's 18. So for now we are going to cut out for 18 inches. Inches is what we are looking at. So I'll measure 18. This is 18. Okay, let me just rule this line. So this is the line we'll work with. Inside the line we'll get 18. Yeah. So here at the line we are going to place the waist we are working with. Waist we are working with is waist of 10.75. This is 10.75. And remember when we are drafting the upper body we added 2 inches. So we'll add 2 inches. We are going to connect it like this. Hope you can see that, and we'll measure 18. So this is 18, and we are going to cut it out. Can you see it's aligning with what we drafted earlier? Let me cut it out and show you. So this is it. To check if the waist is accurate, see the upper body we've drafted. Can you see? It's aligning with here. Remember, this part is for the overlapping, right? So we are accurate. From here to here is 20.5. There's half inch that we use to join here. From here to here is 18. We use half inch to join here. The one we'll bring here, we'll place it on half inch. Okay, that will complete 8. 8 plus 17 plus 20 is what? It will give us 45, the full length. So I'm going to use this one to cut a second one. One for the front, one for the back. I'm thinking there shouldn't be a zipper. This client is a plus size, like I told you. Her bust is far bigger than her waist. Bust is 48, waist is 43. She can't pull it up from the waist, so I might be putting a zipper at the side in case she cannot pull it out, but I don't want to put a zipper at the back. So I'll cut this a second one for the back, then we'll cut the other layer. So I've gone ahead to cut the second one for this. This for the front. Can you see how it's looking? And this is for the back. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is to cut these front bodies out on the fabric. I would have done it off camera, but I'm showing it for a purpose. Okay, I just thought of something and I said let me show, so we don't get lost. You know, I already left half-inch shoulder allowance. I'm thinking of increasing it. You know, we are going to pipe this shoulder and pass a rope inside, right? So I'm thinking of making it 1 inch instead, so that at the end of the day I will sew it flat and pass a rope inside it. I'm going to show you the process, but what I want you to know at this point is, instead of half of an inch allowance, I'm going to add extra half, making it 1 inch, and I'll add half-inch allowance here for sewing this one. Remember, we've already added 2 inches here, and we added half-inch already here. So I just said I should tell you before cutting. Okay, so let me cut. So this is the front, and it's going to be like this. Are you having a clear picture of what we are looking at? Do you see that curve we made when we were drafting? Look at it. Can you see the breaking point? The breaking point is where the two of them will merge. I told you, the lower you come, the more the cleavage will open. Watch. So, hope we understand. And I told us we are going to ruffle here back to 9 inches. It will now come like this. We will see that. A quick tutorial. We'll see it. So now we are going to draft the back and the last layer. We are going to use the same pattern to cut out for the back. To do that, we are going to fold our fabric into 2. So what we are going to do to the pattern now is, you see this overlapping line, we are going to fold it in. Okay, we will now place it like this. This for the back. is the neck width. I'll make a notch at the neck width. Okay. Then I'll remove the pattern. It's dependent on you on the kind of neck you want at this point. So I want a round neckline. I'll do this. Then I'll connect the back neckline should be as desired. Anything you want to do with it. Yup. So this is the back. The front will come like so. So this is what we are having for now. Can we see that it's coming out pretty already? Okay. This other one will come and be here. Before the last part. So soulmates, I've gone ahead to cut the facing for both the front and the back. So I'm going to pipe this one. So I'm going to sew it like this with 1/2 inch. I'll sew this one with 1/2 inch. And for the back, I will sew here with 1/2 inch.